Started, and we are underway from Ford Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The tight end in motion right. On play action, Rodgers. Man open, here's Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 26. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. He finds Watson complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Mostert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Lions 0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Lions at 13-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. A And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jackson now. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on third. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
A 51-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you come around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort turned it into a successful play.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the 1st half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They go play action with Jackson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Quay Walker from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
On the set, Black Ultra. Yellow, go. Red, cycle.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Hey, blue.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Slot man moves right. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. The slot man in motion right. One more time with Mostert. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
17. Lions 3. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick
So
off.
not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
2 The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Hey, red. Yellow.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Set to kick off.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Let's go now.
4th down, here's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as a safety blitz winds up paying off. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
To try again after the sack. Jackson.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Drill, 52.
Now Jackson.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. DJ Chark, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On play action, Rodgers.
That's taken in by Watson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
They'll start with the option.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? Man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Ready, ready. Go. Right move.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In motion, the tight end. On play action. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. The way he went into that contact, as a rookie QB, you just kind of hold your breath. Maybe slide there?
Probably a very good idea. Not probably. Definitely a very good idea. And I go back to something someone told me a long time ago. In college, yeah, those guys are going to hit you, but they're just playing for a scholarship. These guys in the NFL, they're hitting you for jobs. That's a whole different hit.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
He's able to find Melton.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Lions 10. championship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And he'll manage maybe 10 yards, but they'll surrender that defensively, no problem.
10 yards on the pickup.
One last shot for Jackson.
35-yard line.
St. Brown on the catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team